Boys, we're absolutely printing right now in our Shopify store. In today's video, I'm going to absolutely dumb it down to the simplest form on how you can get to $1,000 a day consistently, coming from a complete beginner that just started doing this about 4 to 5 weeks ago. All right, so it's only 8:30 a.m. right now, and as you can see here, my store is at $439 today on only $42 of ad spend. That means I'm at a 10x ROAS and $173 in profit. But I have something really excited to share with you guys, because this is not my only store. I have a second store, and as you can see here, I am at $40 in sales on only $11 of ad spend with a 3 ROAS. So I made $11 in profit, and I just launched the store a couple days ago. Let me show you yesterday's numbers. So as you can see here, yesterday I spent only $52 on ads, made $160, or well, generated $160, but really took home $31 in actual profit on this brand new product test that I'm doing right now. This is absolutely insane, because this is such a rinse and repeat formula that me as a complete beginner has already figured out how to do, and I'm going to probably take the store to $1,000 a day pretty quickly as well. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I've been consistently trying to update you guys with all the new information on my IG story. So if you want to be a part of the journey in real time, definitely head over to my IG, alex.v.rob on Instagram. Also, this entire YouTube channel is dedicated to breaking down and understanding how to go from $0 to $100,000 a month as a complete beginner dropshipper. This has been my journey over the last 4 to 5 weeks, so you can look back on all my other YouTube videos and follow along. But I know a lot of you guys ask a ton of questions. I even ran a poll on my IG story on what you guys want to see. And it seems like you guys need help with a ton of things, from sourcing to product market research to building a website, all that fun stuff. So if you stick with me from beginning to end on this video, I'm going to break down how I personally have done sourcing, share some more information and tips on how to do product market research. And also, if you stay to the very end, I'm going to show you how you can build a Shopify store that converts really well in less than 15 minutes. But as always, guys, like I've been saying in all these videos, I'm a complete beginner, and I'm just trying to learn and share this information and value with you. This isn't just for me, it's for you as well. You should be learning along with me, because I know, just like me, you're motivated, you're hungry, you have a desire and burning passion to make a ton of money, to impact others, and create a change in your life. So if that's you, you're on the right channel. I'm happy that you're a part of the journey with me. Definitely hit me up on Instagram and let me know that you're starting your journey, or you're continuing your journey if you've taken a break or pause. But man, this last couple of days have been absolutely insane. Now, I try to make sure that I don't sound and act like every other dropshipping guru on the planet right now. This has been a very up and down last few days. Right now, we're on a high, but over the weekend was really slow. And you know, a part of the journey that I'm starting to realize is that despite spending money on ads every day, you're constantly needing to adapt and change and improve. So for my main store, the one that you saw that's at like $400 for the day already, the thing that I kind of realized is that over the weekend, I was doing a little bit of testing, but for the most part, I kind of turned everything off and was just focusing on the campaign that was making me the most money. And then what I realized is that that's actually not a good thing. You should always be constantly doing creative testing, where you're starting new campaigns and testing new creatives. And I made that mistake of not doing that and kind of just putting all my ad spend in one ad. And then I saw my performance dip drastically. So I went in the red over the weekend, like $150 in total over the weekend, because I turned off all my other campaigns, because I was like, wait, this one campaign with this one ad is making me a ton of money. Why not just pour all my time and energy and effort into that? And then it kind of crashed. So now I've launched a few other interests, and now a few other ad creatives, and now I have multiple ad creatives hitting the market, so my audience isn't seeing the same ad over and over again. Hopefully that makes sense. But if you're new to dropshipping and everything, my goal in this video is to dumb it down from a dummy, me, that just learned this a few weeks ago, man. So that way, at the very least, you can hear it from somebody that's probably just been in your shoes not too long ago. So all right, with that being said, I'm going to bring you over to my computer and we can dive straight into this. All right, guys, so I went to go get my hair cut and everything, and I'm making breakfast. So before I show you my computer, though, I want to update you guys real quick with how my main store is doing right now. So it's been about 3 hours later since I filmed that last clip there. And as you can see, we're at $830 for the day at 11:28 a.m., $291 profit. This is looking like it's going to be by far my best day on the main store. So I'm super excited. We are halfway through the day, and we still have another like $200 in ad spend budget to go throughout the rest of the day. So this should be really exciting. And let's see how much we end off with today. Hopefully I can get that in for today's video. Man, I think life's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? So it's 12:41 p.m. on a Tuesday. So it's the middle of the day. And this main store that I'm testing right now has already done $938 in sales with almost $300 in total profit. We only spent $166 on ads. So our ROAS, or return on ad spend, is 5.66, which is amazing. Again, I keep stressing this, but just because I want to make sure you guys understand the possibility out there. Like, I just started my journey like a month ago. Just started my journey, and I'm already kind of learning the ropes and everything really, really quickly, just because I'm spending a lot of time every day trying to learn and master this, and I want to be able to share the knowledge that I've been acquiring with you guys. So, and it's bare bones, guys. This is kind of what it is, right? I want this to be a very easy drop shipping for dummies kind of breakdown. All drop shipping really is just a type of business model, right? A fulfillment model where consumers, rather than buying from these third-party websites in China like AliExpress, Alibaba, they're going to be marketed a product that you buy for a certain price, right? So like let's say you buy a product for $10, and then you're going to spend you're going to spend money on ads to acquire people that would buy this product for, let's say, $60. And maybe it cost you $20 to sell this $10 product using Facebook ads. So the cost of the product to purchase it and ship it out to the customer is $10. It costs you $20 to market it. So you're left with, let's say, $30 after everything. Okay, that's basically what dropshipping is in its entire nutshell. You're not watching this video though because you don't know what dropshipping is. You obviously know what it is, but just as a quick recap, that's all it is. And the process that's worked really well for me that I'm sharing with you guys is it's really simple, right? Like, I've boiled it down to simple science, so I'm not too worried about all the other things. Right now, I've just spent a really good job of doing this step-by-step process, and I have a second store that is doing really well as well. And I'm just rinsing and repeating the same formula. So I spend a lot of time doing product market research. I'm going to source a product, which I know a lot of you guys are like, yo, how do you talk to suppliers? How do you source products? I'm going to build a website with that product in mind. I'm then going to set up the back end. So obviously payment processing, automations, and all that stuff. Connect my pixel to my website, and then run ads, and then receive orders. That's all it really is, right? These are the main things that you got to focus on. But the big thing is like doing the product market research properly. And then, of course, sourcing a product, making sure you get a good product sourced. This building a website is actually really easy. I'm going to show you in this same video, like how I build a website in like 15 minutes. It's so easy. And then all this other stuff is like, it's all automated. Like, you don't really need to spend too much time worrying about all this other stuff, because once you do it, it's pretty much good to go. The next big thing that is very important that I didn't really highlight is the creatives, right? Like, running really good creatives to a good product. If you have a good product, the creatives don't matter as much, but they still matter. The better your product paired with really good creatives, the more money you'll make. All right, so let's quickly just dive it down. And again, this is like a very bare bones kind of video, just showing you like the raw kind of simplified breakdown of everything, and then it's on you to fill in the holes where you feel like you're struggling the most. All right, so there are two tools I like to do for product market research. Remember, the first step in the process that I've been personally doing is putting a big emphasis on this. If you do your work early and you spend days, literally days, reviewing, researching, and making sure you hit the checklist of everything you need with product market research, you will come across a winner, and the rest of this entire process becomes super easy. Okay, so a lot of people half-ass the product market research method. They'll do some there's a couple ways to do it. You can go and do the burner method, where you have a TikTok and Instagram account where you only engage with dropshipping products and go from there. I'm going to show you two tools that I use. Both cost money, but it's going to make your life a lot easier. And if you could do a good job with this, everything else becomes easy. So the first one is Kalodata. Really, really powerful tool. There's another alternative called Fastmoss that's also pretty good, but I like Kalodata just because of all the features and functions they have. You can sign up with Kalodata with the link in the description. In the description, I'll have a couple of different affiliate links. That's the best way you can support me, besides obviously liking and subscribing as well. But if you guys want to support me, I'll have links to all the tools that I use in the description. They're affiliate links. And I greatly appreciate it. Totally optional though. You can always just go into Google and type in the name if you want to do that separately. But Kalodata is really great because it gives you real-time feedback and data on products that are doing really good. I personally always stay away from the first 2, 3, even sometimes 4 pages of Kalodata, because this method isn't some type of secret, right? A lot of dropshippers use this method and strategy, and you don't want to put yourself in a position where you are getting undercut by other dropshippers and people that are obviously kind of going in and going to steal the same product or use the same tools, resources, and everything you're using. But anyway, what I would normally go do is I'd go start on page 5 onwards, and you can see how much a store is doing over the last like 30 days or however many time you want to see on TikTok, right? And the strategy that works really well is like saying, okay, what works well on TikTok and trying to bring that over to Meta, because that audience hasn't seen that product as much as the audience on TikTok. So I would normally go with this and do this and go all the way to like page, like sometimes I'm in as far as page 30 just looking, because as long as the store has done $100,000 in GMV or revenue in the last 30 days, you're good to go. Now, I'm not going to do a full breakdown in this video. If you watch my last video that I uploaded, I actually spent a lot of time doing product market research, so you can see the strategy I've been using. I'm actually just going to grab one of these random books here as an example just for this video. Again, I probably wouldn't push it, not because it's not a good product that can't do well. You could probably launch one of these products and get some sales. That's not the thought process here, though. The thought process is, hey, how can I launch a product that can last for the next few months before it gets saturated? This is something that will get saturated quickly, right? Potentially, right? Like, again, my guess is just that. It's just a guess. It's an assumption, but it's not true until proven. Just with my experience so far testing other saturated products, you'll get cannibalized with paid ads quickly. So that's just my advice there. Lost a lot of money trying to test products that were super saturated. So I'm just trying to advise you guys not to do the same. But anyway, just for the sake of this example here, we're going to use this book, for example. All right, let's say I did a lot of, spent hours doing a ton of research and I came across this book. It fit my checklist. The next thing I'm going to do is try to source this product. Now, actually, I take that back. We're not done yet. There's one more other step that I like to do with product market research using another tool. So the other tool is Winning Hunter. So because I use Facebook ads and Meta ads, I need to verify that, okay, this product is doing good on TikTok, but just because the product is doing good on TikTok doesn't mean it's going to do good on Facebook. So what I like to do is I like to use this tool. It's called Winning Hunter here. Let me just move out the way so you guys can see that this is the website. I'll again have a link in the description. And what you guys can do is you can sign up, get like a 30-day free trial. And same thing with Kalodata, by the way. They have like a free trial that you can sign up and use the tool for a limited use for like 30 days. But there's so many different functions and features here. My favorite one is this sales tracker function. And it's really cool because you can literally stalk other stores and find out what other people are doing in the market space and how much money they're making. So what I can do is I can go in and paste this, let's say I'm using this store here, right? Like this store is a like book back, vacuum sealed backpack, right? So let's say I did some research and I was like, all right, this looks sick. I want to sell the same product. I want to see how this store is doing. So what I'll do is I'll paste it in and Winning Hunter will give me some real-time feedback, right? So in the last 30 days here, in the last 30 days here, this store has done almost $150,000 in total revenue. I can see where they're getting most of their sales from, which is India, which is interesting. They're probably hitting a very unsaturated market there. And I could see their number one selling like kind of product and how many ads they have for that product, this is their primary product. Right. And the way I found this was just going into Facebook ad library and just typing in vacuum sealed book bag. Right. So I like to do all the countries, all ads, and I'll type in vacuum sealed backpack, book bag, backpack, whatever. And then I'll come across and I'll start finding some stores that are selling that. And then I'll go to their website and I can take their website link and throw it in Winning Hunter if it's a Shopify store, which this definitely is. You just tell a Shopify store from a mile away. I can copy the link and throw that into Winning Hunter. But I'll try to look and see if there's any competitors in the market space. So for example, this holistic guide to wellness, what I'll do is I'll go to Facebook and see who else is selling this product, if at all, right? I might need to throw in the word book, and see if that changes anything. So there might not be anyone selling this right now, which this could be a potentially good product. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's selling. Now that tells me that potentially that's because no one is able to source the book. That's why, you know, books are probably not the best example to use here because books are a little bit harder to source. Let's just copy this and go here. And then just see, let's go to AliExpress now and see where we can source, if this book can be sourced. Oh no, you can source this book pretty easily. Okay, boom. So the biggest question I get all the time is how do you do proper sourcing? So let's go back to this, right? Let's just assume everything is good up to this point. We did our product market research. We spent time looking in. The product looks good. It looks like it's trending. It's not that much competition, which this book doesn't seem like it has. Let me copy the entire link here and throw it back into Facebook ad library and see if it's actually being sold at all. Oh, yes.
Hair thinning.
So yeah, when you throw the full title in there, it is actually being sold. Let's see if this is being sold though on a Shopify dropshipping store. This doesn't look like a dropshipping store. No, so that's fine. Yeah. So this doesn't look like it's being sold on a Shopify store, a dropshipping store, which I guess is a good thing. It seems like there's only one person. Okay, so we have somebody else that looks like they're selling it here, or is it the same person? If this is the author of the book, which it seems like it is, I wouldn't sell it, right? So this is why books are bad examples. And I'm sorry, I'm like covering the screen here. It seems like the author of this book is selling it, so I wouldn't sell a book. That's why books are a bad example there. Let me pick a better example of something that you can steal. I think I saw some shapewear here. Yeah, let's just use some shapewear. I tried testing shapewear. Shapewear is so competitive. Again, I'm not actually doing proper product market research. I'm just trying to show you guys the gist of what you would do as a beginner. So let's just use this product, the most saturated thing in the world. And now let's go back to Facebook ad library. All right. And just verify. Let's just do, what is this called? A tummy? I think it's just called a faja. Colombian faja. And let's just see who's selling it, right? So you're going to find a ton of competitors selling this exact product.
Para quienes dicen que
this is such a competitive market space, but again, we're just using this as an example. So then what you would do is, this is literally how I do it. I go to Kalodata, and what I'll do is I will look at the product. I'll just screenshot it like this. Screenshot the product here. Save it to my computer. Faja, we'll call it Faja. Then I'll go over to AliExpress. Then I'll upload that image there and see if I can find it, right? And look, so we'll find the exact same product that person is selling on TikTok. We'll find that exact product here, right? So we just need to know that, okay, we can easily source this from AliExpress, which we obviously can. So I'll click on one of these listings here. And take a look here. It seems, and don't use this information to make your final decision or judgment. You might look at this and say, oh, it's sold out, so maybe I shouldn't use these guys. Not necessarily. I wouldn't be too worried about that. But what I do is, now that I have the product, I know the old school way of sourcing products for a lot of people is just actually hitting up the supplier. So a lot of people will go here and they'll try to get in contact with the supplier. They'll hit contact now. And then they'll, you know, sign in, register, and shoot them a message. I don't do that. And I recommend you as a beginner not to get too held up on that, because there's a far better solution. And what I personally use is AutoDS, right? So I'm going to show you what I do with AutoDS when it comes to sourcing. All right, so this is the tool I use, AutoDS. It makes sourcing super easy. It takes the guesswork out of sourcing and supplying your products to your customers. So this is an all-in-one tool. They have a couple other features like their trending product tool, where you can see trending products. But I don't like using it because it's like, there's not proof of concept. Like I'd have to go in and do a bunch of extra work to find this. But you can use this to get some inspiration. So I'm not going to completely say it's a bad tool to use, but I personally don't use it. But you can come here and you can come to the marketplace and you can search in the same product, right? So there's two ways to do this. You can search in the same exact product and see if you can find it. Okay. So clearly there's so many different types of fajas. You want to try to find the one that you are looking for. And remember, this is the thing that we're looking for. And this color too, this seems like a popular color. Black tends to be the most popular colors when it comes to clothing, but we want to try to find that exact one. So if we don't find it, the exact thing we're looking for, that's totally okay, because most times you're probably actually not going to find the product that you're looking for directly sitting here. So what you actually have to do is you're going to basically tell the AutoDS team, hey, I found this product on AliExpress that I think is cool. Go ahead and get in contact with the suppliers for me, negotiate the best price with the best shipping, the best whatever, and you're going to tell AutoDS to do the heavy lifting for you. So what I do is I source so many different products that I think are cool every single day. And I just grab the link from AliExpress, throw into AutoDS, and like 24 hours later, the team will come back and give me all the information and data I need, and they'll source it for me so I don't actually have to do it. So a lot of you guys are asking, like, how do you source? I don't even waste my time reaching out to suppliers, right? A lot of times they're in different time zones, so it's like a cat and mouse game. You got to stay up late to try to negotiate with them. That's something you could do at scale and something I'm going to work towards. But as a beginner, you don't want to worry about that stuff. So what I'll do is, let's say I want this product. Now, you're not going to get like AutoDS is going to go and try to find the best suppliers possible. So they might not go with this person. They might say, hey, we get the concept of what you're trying to sell. We're going to go look and see if we could find a better, more reliable, trusted supplier that has good shipping and a good price for you. So to do that, all I do is go here. I go to add products, I go to single product, and all I have to do is just paste in the link. Now I can supply from any website. Let's say I saw something on Target and I wanted to sell that. I can tell them, hey, go find me the original supplier of this product that I found on Target or any of these websites here. And then I do edit now. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds, let it kind of do its thing. I'm going to turn stock monitoring on and price monitoring. So when they do find a supplier, they're going to automatically update you whenever their stock is getting low or if they change their price. So let's say I can supply this, let's say they find the faja for me and it's $10. But maybe a month later, the suppliers are running out of stock, so they increase the price of their product and it now costs $12 to supply it. This is going to automatically notify me. So now I'm going to save and automatically import this into my store. It's going to take literally like a couple of seconds here, but they're going to import this into my store. And then from there, now that it's imported into my store, I'm going to hit this 3 dot here. I'm going to hit sourcing request. And then I'm going to say process sourcing request. And now in about 24 to 48 hours, they're going to come back to me and then they're going to be like, hey, we found a supplier for you. Here's all the information in detail. All right. So for example, a moment ago, earlier in this video, I had showed you guys the example of the vacuum sealed backpacks. What I did is I literally went into AliExpress, vacuum sealed backpack, right? And I did this exact step-by-step method. I grabbed this link here and then I threw it in AliExpress, I threw it in AutoDS. I grabbed the link and threw it in AutoDS. And literally 24 hours later, the AutoDS team came back to me and they gave me this information. So this is what they'll give me. And they'll say this, right? So we found the backpack for you. It's 19 inches and we offer these colors here: grayish, army green, and bluish. It's going to cost you $41.72 to buy the product, and to ship it to your customers in the US, it's going to cost $24 to ship it to your customers, and it on average takes about 12 days. So they did all the heavy lifting for me, and if I wanted to sell in a different country, like let's say Canada, it says here, and then I can readjust it here. It's obviously it costs more to ship to Canada, but in other countries like the United Kingdom, right, it's going to be shorter shipping times and cheaper to ship. And then the shipping is so expensive because it's a heavier product. So based off of that, let's say everything comes out to like 60 something dollars. I'd price this for maybe twice that amount, right? So that's what it is. And then all I have to do is just link the product in my store like this, right? So it says, hey, color gray. I'm just going to link it to color gray. They gave me a couple different variations, ones that have pumps, ones that don't have pumps. I just went with the ones that obviously didn't have pumps. And I just linked it up, right? So if I hit clear, I just hit add variation and I just match it up. So if it's black without a pump, boom, I just match it up like that. So you just match up the colors and then you hit link product and then you're good to go. And now your product is linked and it's all managed and fulfilled by the AutoDS team. And now when I go into my store and look at the product itself, right? When I go to the store and look at the product itself, when I go to inventory, as you can see, it's being managed by AutoDS. So inventory will be stocked at AutoDS, so they'll automatically update it, notify us, and let us know. And they're going to track quantity as well. So that way I don't have to manage the quantity if they're selling out or going low, we'll know. And it's all managed by AutoDS. And then I can change the price of my product. And they also like calculate the cost per item as well, including shipping. So all you got to do is just price it to however you want, and then you'll see what profit you'll be left over with when you get a sale. So that's it, man. Like that's all I do. Do a ton of product market research. I find the product listing on AliExpress, throw it into AutoDS, let the team source it for me. And within 24 to 48 hours, I have it all sourced, imported into my store with the total cost to purchase the product and also ship it to the customer. Then I can mark it up however much I want to make sure I have a certain amount of profit left. And then from that point on is now building the website and launching some ads. All right, so how do you build a good dropshipping store, right, that converts and does really well? Well, it's actually simple. What I like to do is go over to Amazon and find the exact product that I'm looking to sell. Now, I spent a little bit of time searching. I didn't see the exact one that I was looking for, this one here. So what I would do is I'd spend a little bit more time trying to find it on Amazon, because this is a really like competitive product with a ton of different variations. I think this one is pretty close. Yeah, all right, just for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna pick one of these here. I try to find one that has a lot of reviews and sales in the last month, just because there's a lot, they're more situated store with a more reviews and data, and you're gonna see why that's important in a moment. I build my dropshipping stores in 15 minutes, literally 15 minutes, and I use a tool called Atlas Pro Builder, right? So Atlas AI Store Builder, I use this tool here. It's like 29 bucks a month. And what I'll do is I'll grab the listing. I'm just going to grab a random listing, guys. I'm not going to match it up with the exact product that I'm using. Let's just grab this one. Obviously, you would grab a listing that looks exactly like your product. But then I would come here and I would install the tool, Atlas AI Store Builder. I'd go to Amazon here and I'll paste the link in. And I'm going to hit generate store. And in a matter of seconds, it's going to generate the entire store for me with the copy, the description, all the information, everything that you need. It even creates you like a worded logo as well, which is just literally the name of your store in just the words, and that's it. So like it's so amazing. The most I'll do is if I really want to change the logo, I'll go in and change the logo in Canva, or I will add in some reviews as well, which I'll show you how to do that as well. It's really simple. So I'll select all the images that I want here. It's the same from the Amazon listing. Hit continue. If you wanted to add more images or whatever, you can do that. But here's a preview of what your store is going to look like, man. This is what your store is going to look like in literally a click of a button. Literally a click of a button. I just hit import store here. Import store. I don't really change the themes or anything like that. I mean, I could. Like, you could go in and edit the color scheme if you want. But it's going to literally build your store here, and then that's it. After this, guys, it's literally just about running ads, and then you're good to go. That's literally the name of the game. Okay, so now I can view my store. All right, so once you are ready to go, it's gonna say, hey, here's how to install. It's literally 2 seconds. You literally just go to this button here, and then you just turn on the Atlas AI Store Builder, and then now your store is good to go. So you're gonna need to add like a home page here. I don't really care too much about home pages. I just go to the product page right away. So I go straight to the product page, and this is the product. Now the images, for some reason, this image is like botched. I don't know why it's like that, but it's fine. You can easily switch out the image and change it so it's like the main image here. But then everything else is kind of like built, right? Like it has the images that you took directly from the Amazon listing. It has the copy, the messaging, everything that you could possibly need. You just have to swap out some of this stuff, like featured on. You can check and see if this product was featured on Time magazine or the news or whatever. And you can adjust some of these small details here. But it even gives you frequently asked questions, right? Like it even pulls that data there, and it takes care of most of the guesswork for you. I would just go back into the actual store itself, or into the actual product itself under my product tab in Shopify, and then just switch out and add more pictures or add better pictures. That's why it's really important that whatever listing you do pick, you make sure you pick a good one because they're going to steal and use all the images and data from that one. So maybe a better one I could have picked was maybe one of these here. But yeah, that's basically, and then of course you can always download some more images from the internet and just like add into your store. But that's it. Obviously the store is not fully ready to go yet. I would go in and adapt and change and improve on this, but this is kind of the foundation of everything that you need. And then I'm not going to spend too much time on my ad strategy because it's so simple and easy. It's literally just a campaign with open targeting to a country that I'm going to sell to, like the US, with like 4 or 5 different ad creatives. That's literally it. Like I in my last video, I broke it down in more detail if you guys want to watch it, but this is literally all I do. I literally create a normally I would do like a you can do at advantage campaign budget or not. It doesn't really matter because of the strategy I'm using. But I like to normally turn this on advantage campaign budget. Then I'd create an open target campaign and then just sell and optimize for purchase. And then I'd like to throw in 4 or 5, sometimes even 6 creatives. And that's it. That's literally it. That's all I do. And that's the strategy there. You let the ads run for a little bit and then you go from there. So that's kind of primary, the main focus. And I try to keep it really simple, guys, and basic, because I think a big reason why people struggle is because they overthink the process. If you just do what I just broke down, and obviously you got to spend a little bit more time in detail with each of those steps, but if you just do that and keep that the foundation, the rest of this stuff is like a walk in the park, bro. I'm like literally just chilling. I wake up, I see sales come through, and I'm just chilling. That's all I do. All right, guys. So with that being said, that's just kind of a quick wrap. If you guys want me to spend more time in each of those steps on it and make it its own separate video, let me know. I'm more than happy to share again what's working for me. I'm not a guru. I haven't made 7-8 figures online with dropshipping or anything like that. I'm just trying to share what's working for me as someone that just learned this five weeks ago. So that's kind of the name of the game. Just trying to help as many people I can. So let me know and show your love and support by subscribing. I'm on a journey to really blow up this channel and share all the steps and details you need to know how to build a profitable Shopify dropshipping store in 2025. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you all on the next one. I probably am not going to update you guys on how my store is doing today in this video. I'll probably do a kind of like final post tomorrow on my Instagram story. So make sure you follow me on IG because I'm recording these the same day I upload them. So I'm not going to be able to give you an end of day like kind of breakdown. But right now we're at $932 for the day, 9 orders. So we're doing really good, man. We're really profitable on the main store. So yeah, that's the name of the game there, guys. But anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.